Good morning, everybody. Welcome on in. Today is Friday, February the 2nd. It is, I think, Groundhog Day. Welcome on in. My name's BullMuscle. Get ready for a good show. Today we're going to do squats. So we'll go ahead and get started. I do apologize for being slightly late today. Nature decided to call a second time right as I was hitting the go live button. It's frustrating, but c'est la vie. What can you do? Should be a pretty good show today for y'all guys. We got heavy squats, very heavy squats. We're gonna be doing threes today, which is going to be this is the first day of our peak phase. So I'll talk about what peak phase is, talked a little bit about that yesterday, but I know quite a few of y'all, usually my Thursday audience and my Friday audience, don't have a ton of overlap because of the time difference, so I'll go over that. But it's fairly cold in here, so I'll warm it up first. That'll do. So, go ahead and talk about what we're going to do today. So, first thing, right, obviously what I'm going to have to do is warm up. Solace, good to see you. HQ Gamer, Big Red Fro, welcome on in. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. I had to use the bathroom a second time before going live. I also forgot to fill up my water, so I will have to run in the house and do that at some point. That won't take very long though. So just go ahead and we're gonna start off with a few warm-up squats just with the bar. Really make sure everything's feeling good. Okay. Okay, quads are a little sore, or a little stiff really. Hamstrings are a little sore, glutes are a little sore, lower back's a little sore. Just pretty remarkable. Usually they're not, but I hit deadlifts really, really hard that last day, so we're just gonna really work on it. It's also fairly cold in here, so it's gonna play a part. Yeah, my knees normally don't like going down like this far below parallel, but do a couple low bars while we're here. That's much better. Nice. So, today we're working the peak cycle, or the peak phase, I should say. So, for those of you who have been watching over the last 9 weeks, we've been doing the volumizing section, the volume section of this 1970s style powerlifter program that I've been running, courtesy of Alex Bromley, and had pretty good results. Last week was the final week of fives. Now we're working threes. So, well, the question is, okay, why on earth would you do sets at such low rep range, right? You're not going to build a ton of muscle just hitting threes, just hitting twos, just hitting ones. Well, why do powerlifters do that? Well, at some level, you have to practice close to your max weight to understand how it feels and to be able to adjust for it and get the form correct Because if you get the form correct on the ones close, you really get that explosiveness and truly hit max strength. So we're doing threes. Genuine winter here in Florida. To your calves, I bet they have a design. If you're talking about a tattoo, I don't have any tattoos, so not sure what to tell you on that one. Take this off, put it here, so that way I can check it for time. I'll go ahead and do this one, facing you guys as well. Again, just kind of warm up. This is only plates. This is just a warm up set, just making sure everything is feeling good this morning, you know? You don't want to, when it comes to squats and deadlifts in particular, I like a lot of warm up volume because to me, they're higher risk exercises than say a bench press. So I feel like I need more warm up time with them. This is already feeling a lot more comfortable than the last set, even though it's more weight. Just getting warm. Nice. Hey, King Nick, good to see you. Oh, like the shape, yeah. You're saying I've got like cuts, like you can see definition in my calves, and the answer is yes, you can, like see a crease there. But yeah, no, you can do that for sure. So, we're gonna do another warm-up set at 2 plates. Whoa. So our working weight is supposed to be 85% today. So that's gonna be, I'm gonna try 385. We're gonna see how that feels. It should be pretty heavy. That's not gonna be easy. Hey, double fist bump, here we go. Morning. Big day, Mikey, good to see you. All right, so your second one, just kind of, again, keep it real easy, gotta warm up first. It's just 215, nothing crazy. Oh, okay, yeah, so should not have gone that deep on the fourth one. That knees do not like that. All right, I'm gonna grab myself a little water real quick. We'll go ahead and load up a little bit more. Give me one moment, y'all. All right, sorry about that, y'all. Much better. Okay, got me my water. Needed that. Yeah. I mean, your name literally defines you. Well, his name is Mike. He's a big dude, and he is gay, so I think it's a pretty good name. There's honesty in a name like that. You don't, you see a dude like Big Gay Mikey, you're not gonna be like, oh, this dude's definitely straight. Like, man knows what he likes. Man knows who he is. I respect that, Right? Your name should explain something about you. That's why I chose BullMuscle. That's why I rebranded. For those of you who don't know, I used to go by the name Beer Battered Aggie Syndrome, and then Beer Battered Ag. And I changed it because I'm giving up alcohol and focusing a lot more on being a Twitch fitness streamer, so BullMuscle fits a lot better. I'm also a perpetual optimist, which in the financial sense means I'm a bull, and I'm trying to become strong like bull, as I so often say. So this is 305. We'll go ahead and do just one or two again, real deep. This is just a warm-up before the real thing. But gotta make sure we're warming up properly. BullMuscle is a great name. I'm really happy with the rebrand, honestly. I feel like it was a good choice. Muscle like bull? Yeah. Like mine, I'm svelte. My team is the Reds. I don't have an afro. Ha! Afros are cool, but I feel like if you live in the deep south, they are grossly impractical. They would get you, I feel like that would just cook you under a southern summer day. And I don't have curly hair, so I can't wear an afro. So my appreciation of the hairstyle will have to be on other people. Okay. HQ, my name, I'm a gamer and a YouTuber. Fair enough. OS got Corbin Burns for Magic Beans. Oh, the Baltimore Orioles. Yeah, baseball season's coming up, ain't it? See if I can get the headphones to work here. I would like them to. Connected devices. Oh, they went on. Now they're off. Hey, there they are. We were having a good conversation about dating and standards this morning. If you guys are interested, we can talk about that. And this is, annoyingly, a lot of this terminology has gotten twisted and being used by incels and people who just want to tear women down. But I think there is some truth. I mentioned there's an engineering triangle that I think women need to understand in order to get what they want in the dating market. And it's very simple. You can either have equality in pay for men and women. You can have dating up, or you can have men with no side chicks. Pick two. You can't have all three. If you're dating up, right, men pay for everything. You're dating, you're dating above your income level, but everyone is equal, then statistically there won't be enough men, and the men who are getting dates aren't going to have many options, which means they're never going to settle. One, real women. Two, not obese. This is what I want. Well, and now you've come on to the realization of why the realization of why I've kind of been single for a while. The obesity rate here is damn near 50%, and even though I swing for, I'm happy to go either way here, it's just, the dating pool is so bad, I've just kind of given up. And I'm waiting till I move out. Okay, what's going on with this headphone set? God damn it. All right. I'm going to do the warm-up set first. Oh. you know, this is just 305, this ain't too much. We're just warming up. It's pretty easy. All right, so now the hard stuff begins. I'm not trying to be mean or offensive or anything like that. It's just there's a lot of statistics right here. By definition, right, if you use the 1 to 10 scale, right, it's a bell curve. It's going to be, most people are going to be 4s, 5s, or 6s. Just statistically, that's how a bell curve works. That is statistical definition. So what does that mean? Well, it means you can have very, very few 1s, 2s, 9s, and 10s. So if you are, you know, looking for a 10, right, and that's all you're going to go for, you have to ask yourself, what traits or qualities do I have that other people don't have that separate me from the crowd? What do I bring to the table? Winter Raven, hey, thank you very much. Welcome on in. All right. Right, if you want a 10, first off, stop looking for a 10. Right, just statistically speaking, the amount of 10s in the world is substantially less than 1%, if you ask me. And what's more, the amount of 10s that also find you attractive enough to date is going to be an even smaller percentage. Yeah, there's loads and loads of people on Earth, but I think it's not realistic for everyone to be getting a 10. There just aren't enough of them around. So, you know, aim high, but aim relative to where you are. You have to honestly look at yourself and say, right, so how to figure out where you are on the 1 to 10 scale. It's way simpler than people want to make it out to be, okay? Here's what you do. The average is a 5, okay? The average person is a 5. So, you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to compare myself to the average. How far am I above average on certain things? How far am I below average on certain things? And they'll add or subtract points. Most of you will probably be between 4 and 6, because that's how statistics work, right? Something dot makes a link. We're looking for a 10. Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe if you're not a 10, right? And if you're a 10, you're gonna know it. I'm not a 10, okay? Just gonna go ahead and tell you that now. For any of y'all, we're sitting here saying, oh, BullMuscle is a 10. I'm flattered, but I know I'm not there. Here's where I can go with this. Right, exactly. If you're Travis, but Travis Kelce is an NFL football player. He's making millions of dollars. He's got, you know, a body like a Greek god. Yeah, he's a 10. And Taylor Swift, also a 10, right? That's a good pairing right there. I hate talking about celebrities because they inhabit a different and very warped universe, but those are both 10s, and that's why they're dating. That's why they're dating, right? Taylor Swift isn't going to go date some fucking rando off the street. She doesn't need to. She has better options than that because she is a higher value woman than that. Right? Is the shirt a merch? No, this is just an old Texas A&M shirt. I'm actually going to take it off for probably not this set, but the next one. If I can figure out what's going on with headphones, though, that'd be really nice. Okay, so we're going to do 385 for 3 today. So this is 355. Jesus, this is a lot of weight. I have to suck yourself off of this bad boy. Yes, I do. But you just be honest with yourself, right? And if you're a 4, you know, if you find that you're below average, I would bet money there is stuff you can change or improve to make yourself a 6 or a 7. I think most people can get themselves to 6 or 7. Most people choose not to, and as a result, they remain 4s and 5s. Right, you gotta remember, especially here in the United States, the obesity rate is damn near 30% nationwide, and here in the South, it's closer to 40, 50%. So if you're not obese, you're already doing at least average, if not above average. So a little bit of time in the gym, and you're already going to be putting an extra 1/2 to 1 point on your score. I'm a solid 3. I got student loans. Well, you know, it depends on what degree you got, right? If you get a degree that passes a good return on investment, then maybe those student loans were a good idea. Whatever's prioritized too. Exactly. So, literally 0 experience talking to women. So, my body count is a lot lower than you guys might expect it is. Not trying to be arrogant again, but like, okay, so I'll rate myself here for a minute. Yeah, sometimes you do get mismatches, but that often means that the quote-unquote higher number, right, has different preferences and sees something in that lower number that perhaps you might not, right? There is individual preferences, and that does play a factor. But in general, most people like athletic, successful, right? These are, in general, people prefer successful, good-looking people in good shape. That's not a universal rule, but most people say yes. And yes, beauty is subjective. So, right, there's, you know, if you're 400 pounds and you think you're a 10, I'm sure there's someone out there who also thinks you're a 10, but most people are not going to do that. Okay. Acting all lovey-dovey public should be a crime. Whatever. Anyway, but I'll rate myself here for a moment. I'm not trying to be immodest, but like, okay, right? Here we go. Average height in the United States is 5'9". I'm 6'3", maybe 6'2.5" after squatting. I actually do notice on squat days I'm slightly shorter because of all that compression, right? So that's above average, substantially above average. A lot of women have the standard, I will only date 6 feet and up, which is one of the dumbest standards women can possibly have, frankly, because men can't control that. And what you're doing there is you're automatically disqualifying 70-75% of men from the market, from your dating pool, just by saying, nope, 6 feet only and up. So, all right, so start at 5. Height, I would say that's probably a +1 in my camp. So now we're talking 6, okay? Fitness. I have done the math on what I can put up in the weight room versus what most people can put up in the weight room. That's also probably a +1. Am I Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime? No. But am I substantially in better shape than the average? Yes. That probably puts me at a 7. Look at finances, right? I actually went and I posted it on the Stockyard. It's a pinned message in there. You can look up your income and your net worth by percentile for your age bracket. I'm for net worth in the top 10% and for income in the top 15%. That probably makes me an 8. Let's go ahead and say everything else kind of cancels itself out. I'm not going to talk about, downstairs, but yes, I've checked, yes, I've measured, and that one probably also works out in my advantage. We're going to go ahead and say that and any other positive attributes gets canceled out by any other negative attributes, maybe throw in a safety factor or a safety margin of between 0.2 and 0.5. So I'd say I'm probably somewhere between 7.5 and 8 to 8.5. That's where I judge myself. Your face and after shaves looks like a lot like Ryan Philippe, so that should add a few points. Kev77 Logan, thank you very much the first time. Chat, I don't know who that is. I'm going to take it as a compliment. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and it's already 9:30 and I had not actually done any sets yet, so I need to get it the fuck together and fix these fucking headphones because only one of them's working right now and that's driving me nuts. But so if you had to ask me on a 1 to 10, you wanted to ask me where I thought I was, I'd probably go with an 8 at this point. I think that's probably pretty fair. There's definitely, I can tell you where my weak points are. Right now, aesthetically speaking, I don't look my best because I'm in the peak bulk, but you know, I get diced, I'm probably going to be, you know, looking a little bit better. And that'll happen over the summer months, right? I'm probably a little bit too blunt, a little bit too analytical, a little bit too left brain, because I'm an engineer. And another one that probably is a minus point in my camp, I am very frugal, right? A lot of women especially, but men too, are looking to be, you know, living the good life, the high life as defined by high spending. That's going to be a big deal breaker for me, so it's going to be probably a hard cutoff there, you know? You're bulky, you're talkative. Well, I'm bulky for now. All right, let's see if I can get this fixed. What the fuck? Okay. Trying to get these headphones to work, and it's not happening. Got it. Oh, god damn it. Now the right one isn't working. Oh, this is frustrating. Okay. I need to go. I'm getting tired of this. Finally. There we go. I got them both working now. Awesome. All right. So, you know, there you go. I'm going to call myself, I think an 8 is probably fairly accurate. 7.5 if you want to be conservative, 8.5 if you want to be generous. So we got 385 pounds up on the rack here. We're going to go for 3. I can see it bending already. Strong leg pull, let's go. Pretty good. I'm gonna put you guys on the, whoa, lightheaded, fuck. I'll put you guys on the side cam next time because I have no idea how the depth looks there. Whoa. that is heavy. Holy shit. Death could be just a, yeah, I think so. Granted, this is kind of first set. I think I'm still warming up. Let's see. AHQ Gamer, thanks for the alert. Appreciate it. John, I think you're right. So I have noticed there is a bit of an optical illusion from this perspective. It seems like I'm not going as low as I actually am. My iron deficiency would never allow this. Well, consume more iron seems like the answer there. That one can be solved. But wow, yeah, that's a little bit lightheaded. But yeah, we're doing the heavy stuff today. So this is a Barbie bending. Oh yeah. It felt like I was going just about parallel, but it's so hard to tell for here. Having that issue yesterday, low bar finally felt good again on shit. Was that low enough? Yeah. Well, so for the next two sets, I'm gonna have you guys over on the side cam so that way you can tell. It should help. The other thing I'm gonna do is use these two plates to give myself a little bit more ankle mobility, allow my spine to stay a little bit more vertical. There's nothing wrong with this. The weight is still going down and up the same amount. It's just slightly easier for my ankles. Sorry about that, y'all. I gotta pee again. The stick of shame on standby. Well, John, see, that's the thing. I appreciate, being told, yo, you're not going deep enough. It's hard for me to tell. Now, if you're one of these people that insists that ass to grass is the only way to squat, you're not gonna like me. I think parallel is just fine. You have the right to believe that ass to grass is the only way to do it, but I don't see that being strictly necessary. In general, for me, I feel it in my knees when I go that deep, and not in a good way. I feel like it's overextending my knees, and it just doesn't feel good. Like, I don't feel like I'm getting more out of anything in my quads, or in my hamstrings, or in my glutes. All I feel like I'm doing is putting way more stress on my knees. So, I go to parallel. If I'm not going to parallel, then that's not good. I need to fix that. But if I'm not going ass to grass, I don't care. Like, if parallel is good enough for, football or Olympics, again, there's value in ass to grass squats if it feels good, like if it feels like you're getting something out of them. But if it's hurting up your knees, I wouldn't say it's worth it. Powerlifting general sports optimization would be a case for below parallel. If you're doing just general training, yeah, see, that's the thing. This is, right, what am I doing this for? I'm doing this for my own self-satisfaction. Yeah, well, and we're talking about powerlifting in general sports, right? If I'm going to do below parallel squats, I'm not going to be doing it at 3 rep weight. What's the point of that, right? For a below parallel squat, or again, I really don't like going all the way to ass to grass. My body physiology doesn't really work very well for that. But if you're going to do that, that's expanding your range of motion beyond what you normally do. So you probably want to do that with lighter weight for maybe 10 or 12 reps, as opposed to 3 repping that. I mean, that just sounds like you're setting yourself up for pain. Ven Sheets, thank you very much for the chats. You're filling up the chat so much that I can't read it fast enough. You got to slow down. I thank you very much for the follow, but I can't read all of that quickly. You buried your own chat. Sorry, man. I think Vencheeks, if you can summarize that, I can talk about it in chat, but you might want to post that in the Discord. Because, yeah, I'm not capable of, look, I can read pretty quickly, but not that fast. Okay. Oh, shit, I forgot, election day is tomorrow. That'll be fun. I don't know who I'm gonna vote for yet. It's the primary, so I'll probably, I don't know whether or not I'll go Democratic or Republican. I mean, Democratic, what's the point? It's gonna be Biden because it's South Carolina, and Biden and old man Clyburn are pretty tight, so that's more or less defined. Republicans probably got more of a chance of throwing an upset, so I may register Republican and go for Haley. I'm not sure. I'm a centrist for what it's worth, so I'm not really a fan of any of these candidates, but I gotta pick a tactical, I gotta pick how to vote tactically, right? Remember, this is the primaries, this is not the actual election, so you can vote tactically, that's 100% okay to do. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get Van Halen ready, and we're gonna hit set number 2. Oh, spine just popped. Oh. The MC is behind the Trump train. You hear that Kamala might not be the VP candidate? I hope not. Look, there's no reason Biden can't pull an FDR and pick someone better. That seems like such an obvious thing to do to me. The progressives don't like Kamala. The centrists don't like Kamala. The one issue she has been in charge of as a VP has been immigration, and she has failed miserably. I mean, it's to the point where Texas is is actively rebelling against what the feds are saying because the feds have been so incompetent at it at the border with Mexico. I don't blame Texas either. Look, the problem is that bad, and a lot of people, I think, in these sanctuary cities don't quite understand the volume of the issue along the Rio Grande. Now, is busing migrants to these big progressive cities a political stunt? Absolutely, 100%. It's a political stunt. Was it necessary to allow, right? If New York and Chicago systems are overwhelmed by a few hundred or a few thousand immigrants, what's it feel like if you're in Laredo or in Eagle Pass or in Brownsville, a much smaller city with hundreds of times the problem? Right? Have some. The point behind that stunt, and it was a stunt, was to tell a lot of these progressives to say, okay, you want to be a sanctuary city, I don't think you understand how big the problem is, here you go. Or yeah, Yuma, Tucson, Nogales, San Diego. Well, California's a basket case, but that's a different question. El Paso. Okay, I'm gonna go psych myself up, and we're gonna move you guys over. Yeah, please form check me. John is hiding in the box. You were doing that last time. I do appreciate it, so please do it again here. I'm gonna back you up a bit further. There we go. That looks pretty good. All right. You're just going for 3. Not too hard. Let's go. Strong leg pull, come on. That is a lot of weight. Oh, back spot. Oh my God. Oh, fuck. Parallel has been achieved. Perfect, thank you. First one was the deepest. First one was the deepest. 2 and 3 were kind of slowly getting better. When you're saying that, do you mean they were, were any of them above parallel? Invite invalid. Dude, I know. Yeah, that's fine, Big A Mikey. Dude, I know the link we have works. I have plenty of people use it. If it's not working, it might be something on your end there, Venchix. That was pretty difficult. So using MTG and Bogart. Yeah, I agree. I think 2 or 3 were just at parallel within your desired range. Perfect. Well, make sure it works, right? I know the first one works. Just don't delete the first one, and that in case someone else still uses that. Because I use whenever I send whispers, I use that first link. So saying this book's been ridiculous. Actually, night and day how your legs look since a couple months ago. I appreciate that. That's very useful feedback. Yeah, I'm trying to build them hockey legs, you know. That was really hard. So now comes the fun part. This is the third and final set of squats today. We're only doing 3 sets. The way this works is we hit the first 2 sets for 3 reps, right? We're doing 3s. The third set, we're gonna do it for 3+. In other words, we're gonna do what, forget his first name. I think it was Moore. His last name was Moore, M-O-O-R-E. Did in the 70s, and he would do sets of 6, but the last set he would do is 6+, and however many extra sets or reps he could bang out, he would, for every 1 rep over 6, he would add 5 pounds to the weight and make that his new working weight. How's RuneScape going, by the by? Been 2 months clean now, feels good. Good for you, man. If you can't handle playing RuneScape in, smaller quantities, don't play it. You have to know if something is becoming a problem. So Marezzo is eating a diet mainly for refined carbs, red rice and wheat, have man boobs, a very fat stomach. You're 5'5". This is an 18+ chat, so I'm just gonna assume you're 18 and you're lying about it. Going on a nutritious deficit to count on the fat, well, it's not my height. I would say if you're under 18, I wouldn't worry about rolling a deficit too big. I would say, if you're lifting weights regularly, 2,500-ish calories should be enough for you at 5'5", which is a lot, but make sure you're getting at least 150 to 200 grams of protein, and then getting lots of vegetables into your diet. You got to have a complete diet, especially as you're growing. And people don't stop growing until or especially men, don't stop growing until, their early mid-20s. Joke wasn't a problem. We'll probably start up again when Voldemort comes out. Yeah, I know a lot of people are getting excited about Voldemort. Rand Paul and James Comer, what a pair of simps. I got Lindsey Graham in my state, bro. I get you. Hey, did you notice? Make sure your hips are under the bar. You take a breath in, take your slow steps out, wait for the weight to stabilize. You have to wait, but I think this might help. I don't want to interject too much. So you're saying maybe after I've taken my steps back and I'm prepping myself, maybe take one more extra breath and really make sure I'm stable there first? John, I want to make sure I understand what you're saying. Because that seems like it could be pretty valuable feedback. So one thing I don't want to do is hurt myself on threes and then be out of commission for the next 2 weeks. Yes, that way the weight settles. Okay, one other thing you're gonna, it's kind of hard to tell on this side of the bar, the perspective, is that the bar is starting to bend a bit. So it may look like the weight is hanging in a way it really isn't. But no, that's useful feedback, thank you. How do you feel about the range of motion for your calf raises? I'm definitely preferring using plates. That definitely helps. Leaving the Discord link as is. It works. I think Ben Sheets just has to figure out, so I think it's on his end. If other people are having issues with the Discord link, then I'm more willing to change it, but if it's just one person, it's usually that person's problem. And that's just, I've built many Discord servers over many years, and I've found that to usually be the case. Oh. That's better. Better, lower calorie and wholer carbs, fruits, veggies, legumes. It's hard to overeat on. Good. Compared to our own bulk, because my bulk is mainly on refined carbs. But it sounds like you might, right? So then Sheets, first off, if you're not lifting, start. And if you are lifting, make sure you're getting enough protein too. Try the calf raises after the overheads just so you can focus on them a bit more. They seem like a bit of an afterthought thrown in. That's probably true, because I'm definitely like, I'm like just coming off of the adrenaline rush from the squats. Okay, so this is the final squat set for today. I'm gonna go for a set of 3+. So if I can get a 4th or a 5th rep, great. If I can't, so be it. And if I fail, well, I fail. One thing that's really important in the squat rack is knowing how to fail properly. A lot of people don't, and they get scared of failing, and they will go up and turn a squat into a good morning, and that's how you get hurt. Yeah, Ben Sheets, definitely try and figure out what it is on your end that's causing the Discord issue, because a lot of what you're saying, I've got tons of really good advice for you in particular on the Discord, but I can't keep up with how fast you're typing. No, you're not stunting your, okay. By switching your diet from refined carbs to less refined carbs, you're not stunting your growth, okay? Right. If you're in a slight caloric deficit, you're not gonna be stunting your growth, okay? I wouldn't worry about that, especially if you're saying you're skinny fat, right? If you're 5'5" and you're like 200 pounds, I would say you don't have to worry about it for a little while. Now, in a few months after you've lost some weight, then maybe revisit that. No retreat, no surrender. Good to see you. Good morning. All right. But Venchi, you said you're, unfortunately, you said you're 18, you're underage 18 multiple times. This is an 18+ channel, so I will probably have to politely ask you to leave. And it's nothing that you're doing, but it is that I don't want Twitch to come down on me for, violating that TOS rule. I don't want to ban you, but just saying, you've kind of dug a hole here that kind of have to address. I don't want to be the bad guy, but there are probably other streamers that might cater to what you're looking for a little bit better. As much as I love giving advice to people, I have to be. This is just how Twitch is, and I have to play by their rules. I'm really not trying to be mean. Okay, but what I do need to do now is focus and actually get this. This is already 10, and I've only done 2 sets. So let's go with Eruption by Van Halen. All right. Okay. I'm gonna lock in and do this, so. Let's go. That rep is garbage. new PR. 5 reps for 385 pounds. I feel kind of dizzy. Also, you're gonna plug this in over here, and the squats are good. Thank you. Appreciate the feedback. Oh my God, bro, that just about killed me. All right, crossbow. I'm taking your advice on the calves. Okay, we're going down right now. Holy shit. Dude, on my end, I don't know if it's taller, but we're going past parallel. That's awesome. So, it's exactly, right? I didn't feel like I was going any deeper on those reps than I was on the first set, but the angle is different, so it's easier to tell. Civics class back in public schools. Facts. Big red fro. Absolute facts. Maddie Muse, good to see you. Yeah, welcome back. So, my legs are shaking like I just got absolutely railed. Yeah, my legs are everything right now. That was painful in the best possible way. Below parallel. A lot of those were that. Okay, so yeah, when I'm saying, to me, I always define parallel as crease of the hips meets the top of the kneecap, so just about here, right? Thereabouts. You know, if you're within an inch, give or take, who cares, right? Close enough. If you're doing a 90-degree squat, there's no problem with these, but this is not parallel. I would say that's not quite deep enough to get maximum value. For me, parallel is what I wanted. Go hit that parallel out of the butt wink. Yeah, I found butt wink tends to happen to me on the below parallel stuff. That's not parallel, that's below, or maybe, just maybe because I'm 5'8". Yes, that's the other thing. Squat depth will vary based on body physiology. Especially for taller guys, I found low bar is very helpful for this because, right, I'm 6'3". A high bar squat is putting that weight in front of the center of mass in my body when I squat, which puts a lot more strain on my knees. And that's not good, that's not what you want. Okay, so so the next thing we've got is, that's a 5 on pause squats. That's gonna be miserable, but thankfully, we get to go down weight a little bit to 75%. We're gonna go 335 pounds now. So that's good. We can go down to a slightly less obscene amount of weight. So this is now, I think, I want to say 385 is something like 175 kilos, and 335 is just about 150. You'd be off a little bit. A lot of people can't tell the difference between my high bar or my low bar because a lot of it is the same. Your body mechanics are weird. Well, again, you're 5'8". It's going to make less of a difference than somebody who's, say, 6'4". Conservative, unless there's a hands up book for your nose, it'd be all of a dither. No. If you live in the rural deep south, you will understand very quickly why I have a short haircut. Hot weather and long hair equals miserable. Oh, that was really hard. Okay, so what is a pause squat? I've actually never done pause squats at 335. It's saying to do it at 75%, and I'm gonna see how this goes. But what is a pause squat, right? A pause squat is pretty self-explanatory, right? You squat, you come down to the hole. 1, 2, 3, up, right? The whole point of a pause squat is to get used to that being stuck down below and exploding out, really ramming the weight back up. So to do this after really heavy threes, I may have underestimated the difficulty of this workout. I'll put it that way. But this is gonna be hard. It's okay. We're gonna still hit it. Should at least feel a little bit lighter. Pausing at the bottom for 1 to 2 seconds. I had pauses at 75% yesterday for by 3x5 after 3x1 heavy sets, and I said, "Lol, fuck." Well, so I did what, 3x3, and I did 5 on that last set. So 3x3 and 3 plus. And now I'm gonna do 4x5. So this is gonna hurt. Cut my hair when I started flying planes. The wrist length hair was not an option anymore. Florida sun is not very forgiving. Bingo. Yeah, it just cooks you. It cooks you down here. Let's get that 80s hard rock going. There we go. Strong like bull. Let's go. Just breathe. You got this. This is easy. This is lightweight now. You just did a 5 with 50 more pounds. This should be nothing. Shouldn't be. Ain't nothing but a piece of cake here. It's too much weight. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm not gonna hurt myself. That's too hard. I'm gonna go to 315. That's just not worth it. Like, I can feel my central nervous system protesting. That was only 4, but I'm not. You gotta know yourself. That's. I'm also not very used to pause squats. I seldom do them. So, it's still, I'm still getting the mechanics of it. That's an excuse, but no. You gotta know your limits. Oh, it's killing me. My ribs. Oh, ouch. Oh. So, how did the parallel squats form look there? All right, again, I only did 4 of them, but the first count after 5 sets on the rest, you're going up, you're going to have me coming out of the hole. So ladder Jesus says, yeah, you missed groove, try again next time. Yeah. About home gym lifting, how much weight do you reckon I should buy as a beginner? XPD, it depends on what your size is. I would say, right, start off with, you know, if you've got the space, a rack, a barbell, you know, maybe a set of 25-pound plates, 10-pound plates, 15-pound plates maybe. Yeah, you probably don't even need that. 5-pound plates, 2.5-pound plates. Start there, you know, that'll give you everything up to about 135. And then if you decide you need more, you can add 45s, and that'll get you all the way to 225, which for a beginner is plenty. Struggling in terms of form and trying to keep your center. Depth is hit or miss, but you say you don't feel comfortable when you're adjusting. Okay, yeah, thank you for the clip, I appreciate that. Yeah, so if depth is, if I'm not hitting parallel on a pause squat, like that's kind of the point. I should be, and my form should be good, my back should be straight. I need to go down weight, I need to swallow my pride. So that's a little bit of an ego hit for me that I'm not able to pause squat with that the way I want to be. But you know, you gotta learn. Dropping a percentage won't hurt. Lab Boys got some sweet ink a few days ago. Yeah. Was that the Sakyanot tat? If you guys want to check out his stuff, you can type by !lab. I know the second Puerto Rico vid's going to drop soon, and I'm in that one as well. God. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, I underestimated how difficult this workout would be. I thought it was going to be a piece of cake. I'm like, wow, you know, this is, yeah, it's a little bit more weight, but I'm cutting so much volume, it should be easy. No, it turns out I'm not used to doing this. I'm not a powerlifter, right? That's just not what I am, and this is a powerlifter workout, and it is tearing me a new one. Like, I'm getting crushed here. Individual base, sometimes shit happens, you need to adjust. Yeah, well, and I'm definitely, I think, at that point. This sucks, because I've still got, right, I've got this, and then high box squats. But there's not much I can do about it. I just have to, I have to learn to get good with it, you know? Right, I'm gonna do one other set with the plates here on the pause squats. Then I'm gonna take these away, because I still like, right, it's like doing high bars. Every so often you wanna do them, even if low bar is your preferred method, because you wanna keep the skill, and it's the same thing with a flat floor. Sometimes you don't have the option to elevate your heels the way you wanna move with, say, a lifting shoe. So we're gonna do this, 315, I should have no issue with this. I think it'll probably look a lot more controlled too. But thank you guys, by the way, in particular you, Crossbow and John. You guys are giving me really good form feedback, and that is immensely appreciated. I gotta go. All right, Solace, take it easy. Thank you very much for hanging out. All right, come on. Strong like bull. Come on. Just 5. It's just 5. Let's go. That felt better. Felt like I had better control. Thoughts? How'd that look, y'all? That felt pretty good. Squeezing or pausing to keep yourself down there. Pause is pretty good. One piece of advice, try to hold your brace and release air after each rep and rebrace. Definitely below parallel. Good. We said about 455, so fuck no after the 3x1. Bro, dude, if 75% of you is at 455, are you like fucking competition lifter? Because that's really impressive. If you're doing pause squats at 405, like Jesus Christ. This is, you know, people coming in here, they're telling me like I'm a 10, I'm some hot shit. Then someone like this comes in and I'm like, tip the cap. That's just impressive as hell. 575 for 3x1. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. God damn, dude. Squeeze and you're pausing, keep yourself down there. Dude, this is 315 and I'm really pushing to get this. That is wicked, dude. All right. Dude, so much respect. John, if you're not on the Discord, I would love to have you there because I want advice. You're 187 and you're hitting 575. Dude, that is competition level good. Are you actually a competitive power lifter? Please join the Discord. When people, it's a rare time when people at your caliber come into my channel. This is the time where I shut the fuck up and take notes. I don't compete, I'm just a dude who lifts. See, no, I'm just a dude who lifts. You're at next fucking level. Bro, and I mean this with the utmost respect. I gotta know. Because again, 187 and squatting 575 as a working weight is bonkers. If you're doing that natty, please let me know, because I want to learn from you. Senpai, teach me, please. That is so awesome. You're natty? Holy shit, bro. John, let me learn from you, please. Anything you have to say to me, I'm going to take to heart. Gentlemen, okay, so I want to explain something to you, chat. Right, for those of y'all who think I'm an absolute beast, right, that I'm this hot shit, here we have someone who is far better than I will probably ever get. This is where you sit, and you learn, you take notes, and you find successful people. You find people who are better than you. You admit that you're not as good as they are, and you try and learn. Genetics, oh come on. Be less humble than that. You don't hit 575 without putting in some fucking work and busting ass. Don't just say it's fucking genetics. Stop that. Don't make me cope. That feels like you're. Genetics is something I should be saying as a shitty cope. Nah, man. Don't be so humble. Man, if you're putting up, again, 575, that's what, close to 3 times your body weight? Maybe it is 3 times your body weight. There's not enough blood going up here for me to do that math in my head. In either case, that's really goddamn impressive, and I want to learn from you. Moderately decent when you compare me to the average power lifter. You are also 5'8", and I will, right, this is a physics problem, right? Work is equal to force times distance. If you're going down and up less distance, you have to use less force, to get that amount of work, you have to use less force. To get the same amount of force, you have to do less work. Excuse me, fuck. Yeah, my brain is not doing normal processes right now. Your average is probably 1% of powerlifters. Yeah, bro. 575 at a body weight of 187 is not fucking average. I'm telling you right now, you're stronger than the average power lifter. Like, I don't... I mean, I'm floored. Oh, should they find out my bench? I'll have to hide. I mean, my bench, I will say, I feel like my bench is pretty good relative to my squat. All-time PR is 355, which I feel like is a lot more respectable than my max on squats or deads. But, I mean, John, those are extraordinary numbers. And again, humility is cool up to a point, but like, take a bow. That's really impressive. I feel like shit. I've got 2 more sets of this, and then I've got high box squats. I don't know if I'm gonna do that, honestly. I feel like I feel like I just don't quite have it today. Or if I did have it, I burned it all up on that 385 set. That's quitter talk. No, fuck that. I'm gonna carry on. I just need to go a little bit quicker and quit making excuses. All right. What else do we have anyway? We got splits, box squats, and side bend, so that's not too bad. Okay. Semi-equipped bencher with a sleeve. Okay, so let's just go raw then, because that's, I mean, when I say I bench, I'm old school. I don't use sleeves. I don't use any of that stuff. There's nothing wrong with using sleeves, but yeah, it does give you an advantage. But all right, I mean, tell me what your bench is, bro. I mean, you can't, right? You can't tell me, yo, I squat 575, and then hint to us that your bench is really good, and then not tell us what it is. That's kind of a dick move. This workout song, DMX, X gonna give it to you. Hell yeah. All right, well then in that case, what is your bench for the sleeve? Even if it adds 10%, I'm sure the number's gonna be so impressive that it doesn't matter. All right, here we go. Come on. Yes, sir. All right, that actually felt pretty solid. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. You paused bench at 485. Is that what you're telling me? You're pause benching at 485. Bro, can I come work out with you? I need to just, I want to learn from you. Fucking. If you are pause benching 485 natty, you're breaking my brain with these numbers, man. That is so awesome. I am humbled to be in your presence. Jesus Christ. Now, this is the best part too. Every so often I will get someone in here who claims numbers like you have, John, and is capping, like completely bullshitting. Big Game Mikey just proved that it's legit. Not fucking worthy. Fucking legend, bro. Tweety Verde, thank you very much for the first time chat. Happy Groundhog Day, happy February. Oh yeah, it is Black History Month, isn't it? Is John the 10 we've been talking about all this time? Honestly, probably. I don't know what way you swing, John, but whoever you're dating is very lucky. Or if you really are hiding in the box is very lucky. What did a 4 count pause that day and my stomach hurt? Dude, that is unreal. She's cool with it? Cool with it? She's goddamn lucky. Unless she's also like fucking, you know, girl giga chat and is putting up insane weight. That's awesome, man. This is exactly what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about, I'm not at the peak. I am not this fucking superhuman level of strength. Guys like this are what I'm talking about, right? There's always improvement to be made. You are never the best. You gotta believe that, because that'll keep the fire burning, that'll keep you motivated. I am just overjoyed that you chose to join us today, John. Should I get my deadlift back to where it used to be? I don't even want to know that number. Yes, I do. All right. We got one more on these. And then we got high box squats. I'm going to have to use this bench. I prefer something slightly higher, but I don't have anything else to do it with. So we're going to have to use this. I'm going to start that with 275 because I never do box squats. And I need to get used to the way it feels. It's not that much. Shut up. Yes, it is. Get out of here with that, John. This is, what we have here is we have actual Giga Chad. People in here always sit and is like, oh my God, Bull, you're so strong, you're so this and that. No, 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 no. This is the guy who that's actually strong. I'm just a fucking schmuck. Looks it program today. Ooh. Come on, last set of pauses. Then we got high box squats and then split squats and we're done. Actually, yeah. All right. Come on. Last set. But I still don't miss anyway. Here we go. That felt good. Come on. One more. That felt solid. That felt good. That felt fairly controlled. Okay. Let's do a rear pull set. Fuck. That's what that means. Oh, feel that sternum. Holy fuck. Okay, so we got high box squats, 4x5. Oh my god. I can't open Spotify on my laptop. Conservative, can you tell me what song it is? As you did at the last one, you should complete stop once you're in the hole. Was I not on the, did I not stop? Let's see, do be a problem sometimes. Okay, so you telling me, see, I thought I had paused fairly well. I felt like on all those I was pausing, but now if I'm not stopping, that's a, let me go ahead and write that down as a note so I remember. I'm gonna look at that in film. Check, stop, at bottom. Thank you, appreciate that, John. No, just tell me the name of the song, Conservative. Okay, so the way my laptop is that I can run OBS and nothing else on it. And at the bottom, then trying to pause. Pretty good, just a mental cue, making sure you come to a complete stop. Okay. Celine Dion, I drove all night. Thank you, Crossbow, I appreciate that. All right, Celine Dion it is. Thank you. You got it. No, it's fair. Fair is fair. No, that's all right. A lot of people don't understand that. It's the same reason I don't play workout music on my laptop. It's just a technical problem. Okay. I drove all night, Celine Dion. What I'm gonna do first is move to, I'm gonna try 265, not because, so the program says to do it at 75%, but I typically, don't do high box squats. So here we go. I got Celine Dion, I drove all night. So I don't typically do high box squats. So because of that, I'm gonna start at 265, which is again, pretty lightweight relative to what I would normally do for a 5 rep, because I wanna make sure I've got the motion correct on this first set, more than anything else. I don't want to risk injury by doing something incorrectly. This is a workout that I'm kind of a novice to. So we're gonna adjust accordingly for that. And if it's easy, right, the next few sets I can go back up. But what I don't want to do is get too aggressive too quick and hurt myself. That's bad. We don't want that. Okay. So first thing first, come off the rack, high bar, be right about here. I'll be sitting right about here and then coming up. That's sort of the goal, right? So again, I think at 265, I shouldn't have any issues. Injuries are not fun. I'm just coming from a weird SI joint issue that seems to have fixed itself. Yeah, well, and right, if I'm training to try and get 1 rep maxes in a month, I don't want to hurt myself now, even ignoring the fact that, yeah, in a month I'd probably recover, as long as it's not too seriously, it would get me intimidated of heavy weights. And that's exactly what you don't want to be doing. So let's do this Celine Dion, all right? Canadians in the chat, where are you at? Never worked out to Celine Dion before. That's the first time for everything. All right. 3. sure how I feel about that. I'm not, What do y'all think? I don't. Did I do something? How's the form on that? I'm still learning this one. That's not bad. All right, I'm gonna pee real quick. Also, this actually isn't a bad song to work out to. Has to be this way, Metal Gear Rising, you got it. Form a skill in the box to stop right at the center of power. Oh, John, thank you, appreciate that. Cause yeah, I have no idea. I'm still very much learning how I should be doing these, so that's very useful, I appreciate that, thank you. All right, John, you're gonna go to the gym. Thank you so much, John. I really, really hope that you join the Discord because I have so many questions to ask you. I want to learn from you. Always be humble. Always learn from people who are better than you at something. And John is better than me at lifting, so I want to learn from him. John is hiding in the box underscore about yeah, John, I'm gonna be picking your brain a lot. That is just, it's just so impressive when you get a guy who comes in here and has that level of strength. You have to be awed. You have to be humbled. We're gonna move you guys back to the center. I feel like depth is kind of not as big a deal on this because, well, you're sitting on a box or a bench, so there is a hard limit to what your depth will go to, you know? Move you guys back over here. And we've done 2 sets of Raiders. This should go a little bit faster. Definitely, 265 did not feel hard. I definitely don't feel like this is 75%, but I want to get used to this first. Birdie, you got to restart. So, okay, another song redeem. You got it. Ooh, new Vanguard ETF, Federal Tax-Free Municipal Bond Fund. Okay, I'm going to look into that. That looks awesome. Today is Financial Fitness Friday, so we will talk about that. Because I don't like paying taxes. I got fucked over by the IRS in 2021. So, let's see. It has to be this way. Remix, Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance. Triumphant. Here we go. Jamie Christopherson. Kindred Spirits. It has to be this way. Metal Gear Rising. I think that's the one. Hopefully I got this right. Baller. All right, let's do it. This should go a little bit quicker. pretty good. I think we'll go ahead and go up to 275. I definitely think I kind of maybe overcooked my central nervous system on that 385 set to the point where I just get a bit timid. But I want to play it safe here. All right. Dude, this gets on. I'm liking this. I have a dream. One day, every person in this nation will control their own destiny. Fuck yeah. All right. We're going to go ahead and hit this for set number 3. We go from there. I guess I don't need to tilt it up just a bit so you can actually see my face. The corrupt governor, this is why his son goes so hard. Well, I'll say I actually like our governor here in South Carolina for the most part. McMaster sometimes gets a little vitriolic against lefties, but, you know, he's a Republican governor from South Carolina. What'd you expect? The economy's good. That's what matters. Let's go. Alright, I'm starting to feel a little bit more comfortable with this. That felt pretty easy. Feeling game. Let's go for 300. And then we got splits, side bends, and we're done for the day. Deep inside, remembered spirits. Yeah, I like that. Crosby, that was a baller track. I like that. Also got memes, externalized screaming. Nice. So, I'm gonna go a little classic here. Go to the clock, rewind the clock back to 1965, go to the classic called I Can't Get No Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones. Sometimes all you need is classic. Alright, just gonna dial this up and then we'll go. Keep it old fashioned. Let's go, let's go. Keep it old school. Go with Jagger and Richards, baby. Last set, and then we've got 4 sets of 9. Actually, need to make sure. It's either 4 or 5 sets of 9 on splits and on side bends. Here we go. Abs tight, head up, back straight, quads engaged. Come on. There we go, that's the spirit. Yet no satisfaction. Can't get no satisfaction. Switch. Yes, Raiders. All right. Oh, fuck you. You evil son of a bitch, you're gonna make me play ABBA? I hate ABBA, like aggressively hate ABBA. ABBA is the surströmming of music. Honestly, ABBA is a war crime as far as I'm concerned. You bastard. Oh, I'm gonna get you for that. I'm gonna get you for that, you son of a bitch. No, play by the audience redeem. You know, live by the audience redeems, die by the audience redeems. You can play trolley shit. That is fair dinkum. We're gonna do split squats and side bends here. I normally don't do side bends, but that's what the workout program says, so we're gonna hit it. Thing I am gonna do with splits though is go barefoot, because these are cheap Walmart brand knockoff chucks, and I don't think they're gonna hold up very well to lunges or splits, especially at this kind of weight. They work well enough for squats because it's just a, you know, compressive load, but I probably don't want to test them much more than that. No, you asked for it. I'm gonna get you for this. Like, I hate ABBA, like pathologically hate ABBA. You asked for it, you're getting it. Gimme, 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 a man after midnight. There you go. Fuck you. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I aggressively hate ABBA. Like, ABBA is enough of a reason to why I will never watch Eurovision. Again, ABBA is the equivalent of surströmming, which is Swedish canned, pickled, fermented, basically rotten fish. That's what ABBA is. It's disgusting, it's terrible, like it's just, ugh. Ugh. Man, one of my exes once, I did this. I did this with one of my exes. We went and saw Mamma Mia 2, which is the worst film I have ever had to suffer through. And at the end, I was just kind of quietly walking out. And the reason I did it was because straight up, she's like, yeah, we'll have fun after this. She broke that promise that night, which kind of sucked. Because we got out, she said, well, honestly, what you think? And I'm like, you don't want to know the answer to that question. She said, okay, no, really, tell me. I said, I would rather get my eye gouged out with a pencil than watch that again. And that shut her up. That made her really sad. And so I did not, in fact, get the reward I was promised that night, which, look, I am willing to suffer through many things, but I'm not willing to be dishonest. I will suffer through an ABBA film for someone I care about, but I'm not going to suffer through an ABBA film with a smile on my face. I can't do it. I can't. I will suffer through Mamma Mia, but I'm not going to pretend to like it. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I can't do it. So, fuck you, Big Gay Mikey. I love you, but also fuck you. You absolute bastard. Let's go 265 to start. We'll see how that feels. Fucking ABBA. Ugh. What's really, you know what I'm most upset about this is not because it's an ABBA song, but it's because the rest of the audience now knows that I hate ABBA, and I'm going to be giving a lot more of it, because that's just how these things work. When you tell the internet you hate something, the internet will make sure you get more of it. It's like, the streamer Jay Schlatt, like he just kept getting Weezer memes because he hated them. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen here. I would rather listen to Buddy Holly by Weezer on repeat than ABBA. Here we go again, indeed. I hate you guys. I love my audience, but sometimes I really hate my audience too, and this is the hate part. Fucking ABBA. Oh God. This is torture. Fuck. God, the chorus is so bad. Ah. Whoa. Okay, I need to not do this again. This is too heavy. Yeah, I'm not going very deep. I need to go down weight. I've already committed, so I'm going to do it, but this is too heavy. Whoa. There we go. Fuck. Come on, get your balance. Come on. Find the balance. Yeah, no, we gotta go down weight. That's too heavy. You are Snow Bunny. If you redeem points, you get to pick whatever you want. That's the problem. That's exactly the problem. That's literally why I'm listening to ABBA right now, is because Big Game Mikey redeemed channel points to make me listen to it. But that is entirely too heavy. I need to go down weight. But that's trash there. I very seldom do splits. So, you know, especially at this point in the workout, it's a little bit of a guessing game as to what actually is good working weight. This is audio torture. God, Mikey, I fucking need you for this. Swear to God. And my points saved for next stream. God damn it, no! No! Oh, I'm going to make you pay so bad for this, Mikey. Swear to God. All right, side bends. You are evil, Mike. I hate you so much. This is fucking awful. You know, I made a political compass of different workout songs. I think that was 9. Supposed to be doing sets of 9. And there is an audience redeemed trolley, and that's what that was. Oh, thank you, merciful Christ. That audio torture is fucking over. God, okay. No, fuck whatever song request is coming next. I'm playing Megadeth now. No, you know what? No, I need the thing that made ABBA go away. I need the Sex Pistols. I need the fucking Sex Pistols here. That's the thing that made ABBA fuck right off for a good long while. That was miserable. Either vibe with it or go with the rhythm. Mikey, you have opened Pandora's box, and I'm not forgetting this one. 70s power lifter. I need to make sure, I need to know if I got 4 or 5 sets on this. Let's see what we got here. 18 weeks, 90 minutes, 4 days, 90 minutes. Well, I'm busy. I stream, so. Okay, base phase, peak phase, here we go. Okay, so I only got 4 sets. That's a lot better. Okay, so I got 4 sets of, yeah, 4 sets each. That's fair, that's fair. Dirty Dancing soundtrack, fucking Swayze. Okay, yeah, no, we're quite done. We are quite fucking done with, we are quite fucking done with your ABBA. It's Sex Pistols time. If someone wants to redeem a track, they can fuck right off until this one's over. God, it's stuck in my head. I hate you so much for that, Mikey. Ugh! Fucking ABBA. No. We're gonna go with a band that like deliberately tried to offend everybody now. Come on. It's an unlimited supply, and there's no reason why. Oh, that's much better. EMI. EMI. Come on, other leg. Nine.
Yeah, that album was called Never Mind the Bollocks, Here's the Sex Pistols. I'll try 40s on the side bends. That felt pretty easy. To shine, we are ruled by none. Ever, ever, ever. You do not believe with the real, or you would lose your cheap appeal. That felt pretty good. Let's hit 40s. Attention with an unlimited supply. That was the only reason we all had to say goodbye. Am I? Unlimited supply. L-O-A-M-I. Goodbye. Yeah, I and am. You play League? Have fun, bro. You should do one redeem a stream, just plot which songs you request each stream. Win a Raven. There's nothing preventing you from doing that. I recommend using the Discord and the Ideas and Feedback channel. It's like I literally invented a way for y'all to do that if you felt like being merciless. Oh, conservative, you, I swear to God. All right. Oh, you guys, no, I'm playing the Sex Pistols for the rest of the fucking workout now. The next one's called Bodies. It's about as grotesque as you think it is. The Sex Pistols will protect me from your Swedish audio torture. You know what I love about the Sex Pistols too? The music is so offensive that I don't get ads when I play it because nobody wants to associate their company with the music the Sex Pistols made. That's true punk rock there. How do you know we don't chat in secret? Because if y'all did chat in secret, the server would be more active. I'm calling bullshit on that, Winter Raven. You don't. Because you would have also you would have been doing it more at this point anyway. Mikey would have done it well before today. That's how I know you're not doing it in secret. Let's go. Five. She was an animal. She was a bloody disgrace. Screaming fucking bloody mess. One, two, baby that looks like that. Well, has never heard of timelines? Nope, I haven't. We got one more set apiece, and we're done. We'll talk finances. It's Financial Fitness Fridays. You know what, I got one. I'll play one more song for those of you in the chat that are not so subtly thirsty for me. I'll play Submission by the Sex Pistols. Your beautiful, gorgeous body. Well, I appreciate that, Gus AZC. Welcome on in. Thanks for the first time chat. Stick around. I got more than just that going on. Like I said, instead of working out the body, you work out the plan. Wedgie King 200, that is a name right there. Now, Winter Raven, actually, Big Game Mikey, go look up. I posted it, I think, in the meme channel, it's pinned. I did a political compass of different songs I listen to when I work out. And what you did is you hit the trolley one. It's, I think, in Lib Center or something like that. And it's, I have, like, there's two different audience redeemed ones. The first is wholesome, like it's an actual song you think would be great for me to work out to, like what Crosby redeemed earlier. And then there's the trolley one. 25 years old, 157 pounds and 5'8" in height. Well, that's a decent size. Are you looking to get stronger? Are you looking to get leaner? What are you looking to do, Gus? I assume you came here for advice. I'm kidding, don't take me seriously. Hi, no, I get you, I'm kidding too. Look, it's all in good fun, but I really do fucking hate ABBA, so now you could use that as a weapon against me. That's why I give you guys that channel points redeem. If you can't screw with me, what's the fun? No, I had someone come in here a while back and just do nothing but mumble rap songs, like really shitty low-grade mumble rap because they thought it was funny. It's within your right as an audience member to do that and screw with me. All right, last set. We'll do this one without a belt. I really need to focus on oxygen anyway, getting more air into my rib cage, more breathing, higher volume of oxygen. I'm on a submarine mission. D. Come on, 9 more. Come on, 4 more. That's it. Side bends. Let's see, you talk about finances. Sure can, Blam. Give me one more moment. All I gotta do is one more set. We'll start. Start getting your questions ready. All right, we're done. All right. All right, welcome to the Q&A section of the stream, everybody. Fuck, that was hard. We're going to write that down. We'll get started. So it's 225 for sets of 9 on splits and 40-pound dumbbell side bends. All right, so that's what we got. All right. In the Philippines, went for the face and a whole bag of blood was drawn, someone had been bruised. Nice. Fucking, they didn't want to murder each other with knives, cause permanent damage and blemishes. And then Mr. Bull, also good to see you, TSM. Unlimited Jason, welcome on in. Yeah, today was a hard workout, but 5 reps on 385 is a PR. So I'm really enjoying that. Now that's the thing with the Philippines, man. Y'all don't fuck around. Y'all, all right. So, and I'm not trying to nullify the pain and suffering caused on, say, the Hawaiian people here by what the United States did in the 18 and early 1900s. But compare what Hawaii had to go through to what the Philippines had to go through. We Americans may not be perfect. Yes, we did have an empire, and we kind of still do. But compare that to what the Japanese did to their subjects, what the Japanese did in the Philippines. And there's a very good reason, you know, it's the same reason like Puerto Rico, for all of its problems, is a lot better off than almost any other nation in the Caribbean. Even though Puerto Rico is a territory and not a state and not a country. Funny enough, Puerto Rico continues to vote to stay being a territory, so I guess they value not being taxed over congressional representation. Given how dysfunctional Congress is, can't really blame them. South Korea is still mad about it. South Korea needs to get over it at this point. They got bigger fish to fry, namely their neighbors to the north and China. So are we Filipinos, just don't take it too petty. Look, Japan fucked around, and we made them find out with 2 very big bombs. Japan needs to admit they did something wrong. You know, things like the Bataan Death March, things like the rape of Nanking. But Japan has done a lot to improve their human rights record ever since 1945. So, you know, ultimately, you have to let bygones be bygones at some point. Almost every nation has blood on its hands. And to act holier than thou is just kind of gross to me. Spotty skank. Good Lord. Bullying, something big happened with Vietnam as well. We picked the wrong side of Vietnam. We chose to back the French, which sucks, because the more I learned about Ho Chi Minh, the more I'm like, I respect the fuck out of this guy. Ho Chi Minh was a massive fan of the founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, Hamilton, and Madison, the rest of them. The problem is that, right, after World War II, he actually pled to America. Ho Chi Minh was not this dyed-in-the-wool communist. He just wanted an independent Vietnam away from the French imperial thumb, and because we didn't back them, he said, okay, well, I will go, you know, you've got 2 sides, communist and capitalist. I will go with whichever side gives me independence, and the Soviets gave him, you know, backing. So, no, we picked the wrong side in Vietnam. And I actually do like the French, but nah, Imperialism in general is really fucking stupid. We shouldn't have backed the British in Iran in 1953. We shouldn't have backed the French in Dien Bien Phu in 1954. We talked a really good game about anti-imperialism. Now, sometimes we were on the right side. We backed Egypt in the Suez Crisis in 1956. Us and the Soviets did, and told the British and the French to shut the fuck up, which was good. They should have done that, and we did. Okay. Let's see here. Wedgies are an American thing. The UK are far more. Oh, UK, y'all do swirlies. Hell yeah. Peanutting people, yanking on their ties incredibly hard so the knot does not come undone. Okay, that sounds, that's a good way to do damage up there. The neck is, that's going for the jugular. That's, that can cause problems. Of course, conservative, if you tried to do that to me, you're getting something in return. And it won't be pleasant. You're gonna get a broken rib. Dangling people upside down. Ball busting too. Okay, so as far as finances, so let's talk about this, y'all. Welcome to the financial fitness section of the stream. For those of you who don't know, right, I do fitness and health, that's my bread and butter, but I also talk about finances. You can see here, right next to my hand, that I will be financially independent in just about 450 days. How have I managed to do this? Well, the simple answer is I spend a lot less than I make. And I've done this by optimizing my finances. It's difficult, especially in the United States. It's a very competitive, extroverted country. We're all gunning for that high, salary increase. It's very difficult to do that. You have to outcompete everyone here in the United States to get the high salary. It's much easier to get a moderate salary, which most people can do if you have a decent skill set, and then work on cutting your expenses, because we are also extremely consumerist, which means we are extremely wasteful as a country. It is question time. Yep, Q&A, you can ask me anything at this point. It doesn't have to be finances, it's just because it's Friday, this is the only time where I'm streaming and the stock market is also open, it tends to be about finances. I've got myself a whiteboard down there if you want to talk more about it. I just need to write down my protein. Oh, I already did. How much sleep did I get last night? So I went to bed about 10:30, woke up just before 7, had to get up once to pee, so it's going to be 1.5 plus 7 is 8.5. Probably, we go 8.2. Take 18 minutes off for, getting up, peeing, being awake, and going back to sleep. So I just received a huge inheritance, a few mil, and I don't know what the fuck to do with it. I'm kind of scared of it. Heard enough for a generational change. I don't know what to do with it in the correct way. Beyond Want It, you found the right channel to talk to. Welcome on in. I'm going to talk to you through this. First off, I believe inherited wealth is evil. Now, my father was very successful and he passed away. Now, my mother still is alive, so I haven't seen any inheritance, and I'm not going to use a dime of it on myself. It was his money. He worked hard for it. I didn't earn that. So I would, whatever I get, I'm probably just going to give to charity. Now, if you don't have, that's a very extreme opinion on my part. So you don't have to go by my advice here. That's how I operate. What I would recommend for you, beyond Want It, is get yourself a low-cost index fund. Okay? Here's what I recommend. I'm a wealthy man. I actually, for my age bracket, I posted this in the Stockyard channel on my Discord, which, by the way, Beyond Want It, please join my Discord. I will give you, that's a lot of money. I will give you a lot more advice that you can write down there. I'll talk you through it, but it's going to be easier for me to type too. So definitely, please join this Discord. Working marketing only make 50K a year, switch careers and make more in a few years. Marketing may not be the field to stay in. Feel great at maintenance. Hell yeah, Jay Guy. I know you were not feeling great on your cut, so sometimes you gotta listen to your body. But let's talk about this. No, actually on my Discord, I just looked up income and wealth percentiles. I think I'm, for my age, 87th percentile income and 96th percentile wealth, which is basically the highest you can get without being a millionaire. I'll be a millionaire in a few years. I'm not quite there yet, but it's coming. It's more or less assured based on how much I've invested. So, we're gonna write we're gonna talk today about inheritance, all right? I'm gonna give you my gold standard advice. Now, my advice, what I would do for myself is a bit more extreme, but I'm going to tell you what I would do for you. Okay? Break it into two categories. Okay? I want you to take 80% of your money and put it towards responsibilities. Oh, wait. First thing. Depends on what country you're in, but inheritance may often mean taxes, all right? Don't try and dodge your taxes on these. You know, don't do anything illegal. You may want to talk to a financial advisor. I'm not one, but you know, I can try and help a little bit. If you're in the United States, the inheritance tax like begins at something stupidly high, like 5-10 million. So unless you're getting an 8-digit sum of money, you needn't worry about it. You're in Denver. I got done paying all my taxes, almost 50 cents on the dollar. Jesus Christ. This is why, so I actually socked over 50% of my income away in tax advantaged accounts. And my total tax burden for this year, that is federal income, state income, FICA, you name it, it's gonna be about 15, actually it's even less, 14%. Taxing the rich. Well, we'll talk about that. But let's talk about breaking down your inheritance, because I haven't done this before. So I'd say 20% of it, for me personally, I'd be more like 100 and 0. But for most people, I think 20% of it, make that your fun fund, go do something, pursue a passion, get a degree, something like that. 80% responsibility. So first thing you need to do with that money, okay? If you have debt at a high interest rate, that's going to be, you know, greater than 6%. First thing you should do is pay off the debt, okay? Debt, especially high interest rate debt, is bad. If you have low interest rate debt, that's a different story. We can get back to that later. But high interest rate debt, if you have any credit card debt, pay that shit off first, okay? Because if you've got credit card debt, that's being charged at 20-25% interest. So you're automatically getting a 20-25% return on investment by paying it off. You're not going to beat that. So pay off your debt first. That's your first step, okay? Second step. Investments, okay. First thing you want to do is take about 90%, after you've paid off your debt, right? So the families descend the economic ladder is intergenerationally. So that's actually, I don't think that's true. At least in the United States, 79% of millionaires are people who worked for it, people who did not inherit it. Only 21% of American millionaires got their money through inheritance. So I don't think that's true. I'm actually this is one of the very few times where I'm economically pretty left-wing. I'm a huge fan of estate taxes. You didn't work for that money, and quite frankly, people like Paris Hilton and Donald Trump are proof that inherited money does no good. You should have to know hardship. You should have to know learning to work, learning to have skills just like everyone else. Now, I'm not saying take 100% of it, but yeah, a steep estate tax, 100% on board with it, especially if you can use that to cut income taxes, because income is work that you've done, a salary that you've earned, or capital gains, you know, that's investments you've made, and inheritance, that's just money you were given. You didn't work for it. It's intergenerational. Perhaps a father has a brilliant daughter and then her son goes to a better school. Rich people shouldn't be allowed to play the lottery. Who the fuck would want to pay? Nobody should play the lottery. The lottery is a tax on people who are bad at doing math. Okay. Supposing a certain level of entrepreneurial acumen. Yeah, I am. And if you don't have that, you should still have to work hard. He who does not eat shall not work, or he who does not work shall not eat. I'm a big fan of that. You shouldn't be just sitting around on your ass doing nothing all day, because if you do that, you're going to be unhappy. We humans, we're wired to be productive. We're wired to achieve things. We are wired to work hard. And that hard work is what makes us better people, and it's what makes us live longer. Again, all too often, the people who are given everything become screwed up. I'm telling you, all that inherited money screws with you, man. Anyway, so let's say you got your 80%, right? Take 90% of that 80%, so it's going to be 72% after you've paid off your high interest debt. Throw it into Bogle-headed funds. So what is a Bogle-headed fund? We're talking broad-based index funds. I'm a huge fan of Vanguard. Vanguard is investor-owned, and if it's good enough for Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, Jack Bogle, my father, Mr. Money Mustache, and countless others, highly recommend Vanguard. So this is going to be, VTI is probably my big favorite. It's a basic ETF tracking the S&P 500. So when you buy a share of VTI, you are buying a small fraction of every of the top 500 companies in the United States of America. And every stiff, from the janitor on the shop floor to the CEO, is working to make you richer. Okay? Now, if you want to diversify, VXUS. If you want smaller and mid-cap companies, VB, VO. If you want, hang on, there we go. If you want high dividend, VYM. If you want real estate, VNQ. If you want energy, that's oil and gas, VDE. So those are some really good basic index funds. The others, bonds and CDs. So why would you throw 10% into bonds and CDs? You're not going to make as much money off your bonds and CDs, but that's going to smooth the ride a little bit. Stocks are volatile. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Bonds are a lot more steady. So you smooth the ride with your bonds and CDs, but don't put too much in. All right? So I would say do this. Invest your money there. And then, of all the money you invest, your safe withdrawal, what you can take out, I would say less than 3.5%. Keep it under 3.5%, and as a result, your money will continue to grow. Your inherited money will continue to grow over time, and it'll provide you with steady income. You can use this income for fun. Or you can use it to live, or you can give it to charity. So here you go. All right. Beyond Wanted, I hope this helps. This is just this is kind of off the cuff. I'm kind of doing this, improv style. I can break it down a little bit further for you in the Discord. So please type .Discord into the chat and join that Discord. I can really help you here. But this is the best I can do right here. Or clip it, take a screenshot, whatever. All right, I'm gonna give you guys 10 more seconds just to screenshot this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now I'm going to take a quick drink of water because I'm thirsty. You talk a lot, you have to drink a lot of water. And now for me, I would follow that exact strategy, but that safe withdrawal rate would go pretty much all towards charity. I'm not going to, I want to manage that money because I think I can manage it a lot more than the government can or the charities can, but I am not going to use it for myself. Gus ACC, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the bullpen. I would really recommend Discord Beyond Wanted. That's where I'm going to spend the most amount of time. I generally don't do email with people I've only just met off of Twitch, but Bull just gave the most insanely advice I've seen for free. I pride myself on this. Look, nothing I say is revolutionary. Nothing I say is new. Everything I say has been said by someone smarter before, but I've learned from other smart people. Gus, so you said you were in marketing, you're making about 50K, and should you switch to tech? It depends. Do you like your job in marketing, and do you think you're good enough at it to make more money somewhere else, preferably in a lower cost of living area? Yeah, by the way, if you guys are wondering what I do for a living, I can talk about that to an extent. But let me go ahead and D-rack. Keep asking questions, y'all. I'm going to D-rack and then I'll answer more questions. Oh, God, my legs are stiff now. I thought I've been sitting for just a bit. Oh. Yeah, I'm just going to have to for a moment. Oh, yeah. Oh. Wow. Yeah, I'm sore. Lightheaded. Oh. Oh. See what we got on. Trust this math. Where are you from? Because taxes is different in every country. Yes, Lorix the GOAT, thank you very much for the first time chat. I mean, taxes are inevitable, right? Death and taxes, the two most inevitable things in the world. I live in the greatest country on earth and in one of the greatest states in that country. I live here in the rural deep south in the state of South Carolina. As a result, my cost of living is very low. I do like my job, and that's entry-level pay right now. I'd probably make it to $70K a year at this job and make more in another company. Dude, $70K a year is plenty to live on, especially if you're single. And as long as you're intelligent with your finances and your spending, you should be able to sock away tons of savings at $70K a year. When I was making $70K a year a few years back, I was able to save north of 60% of my income. What percentage of my income I save now is even higher. You guys are curious about what I make, what my income percentile is, what my net worth percentile is. I'm very open about my finances because if I'm going to make a claim like this in the bottom left corner of my screen, I best have the math to back it up. Oh. We'll keep D-racking. Oh. But yes, I am an engineer. And I'm very happy to continue giving advice out. Look, I'm not trying to be immodest, I'm not trying to be arrogant, I'm not trying to be cocky, but look, if I'm going to be able to retire before I turn 30 years old, I'm fucking successful. Everyone talks about taxes in America. Yeah, I know. Mine are nice and low. So I actually just did my federal income taxes for fiscal year 2023, and I will be paying less than, I think my total federal income tax is going to be 6%. I know what I'm doing. Everything, and I've done everything is perfectly legal. 15 years, my mom will retire with very little, and I like a good lifestyle for both of us, I'll need much more money. Gus, it also means you're going to have to learn to limit your spending too. Perhaps you already do, in which case, hats off to you, but definitely be smart about it. Yeah, and Winter Raven's 100% correct. Couldn't have said it better myself. All the more reason to invest and grow your pool. I've only vote for lower taxes and smaller government by default. In general, I'm not a huge fan of paying more taxes, but sometimes there are good reasons to do so. It really is a situational case. Politically speaking, I'm a centrist, so I know that's like the most anticlimactic answer, but I do have strong opinions on stuff, but there are some issues, abortion, that I just don't give a damn about. Graduate school for something with a high ROI. Gus AZC, I love to hear that. People who are if you are going to college, if you're looking to go to school for a degree, do an ROI calculation on that degree because it's an expensive proposition. Now it can pay off and you can make way more money, but you have to do the math on it to make sure you're getting a good deal. So Gus, it makes my heart sing when people say that. It makes me very happy. I think it sounds like you're doing the right stuff. If my American citizenship goes through, that's what I'll do too. Dude, if you ever come over to the United States, I definitely want to hang out with you. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I feel like you would suffer down here in the summer. If you're from if you're from Britain, you don't quite understand what summers in the deep south are like, and it might not be too pleasant for you. Winters are nice though. What should I do? You can pretty much learn anything. I just don't know what field and degree. Well, I mean, if you like marketing, you may want to consider an MBA. Better still, if you can find a company that will pay for you to get an MBA. So that way you're not having to, lose that opportunity cost of wages earned while you're studying. Sometimes that's a good idea. It really depends on how you want to do it. You have to put up with the American flag and a picture of Her Majesty the Queen. I could do that, but not side by side. There, you will notice, okay? All the other flags and all the other paraphernalia I have hung up in here, all of it, every single piece is just ever so slightly lower than Old Glory, and there's a very good reason for that. There's only one thing that you are legally allowed to fly higher than the United States within the United States than the United States flag, and that is the UN flag at the UN headquarters. I begrudgingly tolerate that, but no, I fly Old Glory over everything else. I am honestly, that's the thing. I've won the lottery in terms of being born. I won the lottery by being born in the greatest country on earth. And yes, I do. I am one of those Americans. I grew up in a military family. What the fuck did you expect? Winter Raven, something you can do as a job that you can tolerate doing for years. Am I scared of flying? No, I'm not scared of flying, but because of the nature of my work, I can't really leave the country without being heavily monitored and filling out enough red tape that it's just not worth it. So I don't want to say I'm region locked. Like if I really had to, I could leave the United States, but oh God, the paperwork is rough. The flag at home, outside my home every day, 24/7, 7 days a week. I'll light it up at night like it should be. Hell yeah. Love America too, the only international trip. Oh, I would love to travel internationally. Don't misunderstand. I'd love to see more of Europe. I'd love to see Asia, South America in particular. I'd love to see Colombia, Peru, Chile, Argentina. But I'm working on my Spanish, so that way I can actually, go there and not be completely useless. But I can't leave the country. I mean, I can, but it's so, the red tape is just incredibly burdensome. It's just crushing. And I get why. Hey, Oysters1, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the bullpen. Let's go ahead and, while we're here, check the stock market real quick. See what the market's going on today. Newest unemployment numbers came out, 3.7%, 395,000 new jobs. And while I'm not a huge fan of the old coot in the office, I think Biden is too old, Trump is also too old, Trump is also too fat. That's the biggest reason I wouldn't vote for Trump, is because he eats Big Macs and KFC and will probably die in office. Honestly, same thing with Biden, because he's fucking too old. But either way, I will give credit where it's due. Unlike Trump, Biden has let Jerome Powell cook. Biden has not browbeat the Fed into artificially lowering interest rates, and as a result, inflation has come down, and it looks like that soft landing that everybody's hoping for is actually coming true. So it's kind of nice. It's nice to have good news for a change, and this is objectively great news. We'll see you on Discord after run. All right, Beyond, definitely cannot wait to see you in there. You have to click through the rules. You click check on the rules, and then you can click all your roles in the role select channel. I think Mark Cuban should be president. There's things I like about Cuban, things I don't. But, yeah, I could say that about anyone. That's a very milquetoast statement. This is cool. I have trouble with consistency and goal focus, so I'll tune in. Fantastic. Well, Oysters, I think you found the right channel. Definitely all about motivation. So let's see what we got on the stock market. Do you want kids? That's direct. At the moment, no. But I also live in an area with frankly, abysmal dating pool. The obesity rate here is very close to 50%, so dating is kind of out of the point, and I'm not raising a child alone, so it's not really a question I think about very much. At the moment, the answer is no, but that could change. Yeah, just because someone's a billionaire doesn't mean they're fit for office. That's true. Yeah, I don't think Donald Trump is fit for office because, well, the biggest reason, my biggest critique with Donald Trump is that his diet is horrendous. And as a result, he's much more prone to dying in office. I don't want a president that is prone to dying in office. That creates instability. The United States needs to be a steady hand in the international sphere. You don't want that, right? It's the same reason, you know, right? Like, who do you think, like take JFK. When John F. Kennedy got shot in 1963, the Soviets fucking panicked, and rightfully so, because they assumed, oh shit, was it one of our guys? And the KGB investigated itself to find it out. Now it turned out that Lee Harvey Oswald while he was actually a communist, he was not associated with the Soviet Union, and the KGB had deemed him too mentally unstable. As it turned out, the KGB was very correct about that. He was mentally unstable. Do I know if Lee Harvey Oswald was the only one who killed JFK? No, and I've never really seen much of a purpose in caring that much about that conspiracy. It doesn't really matter at this point. But the point is, you don't want that instability on the geopolitical stage. Stability is good for business. What's good for business generally means poverty rates go down and people's lives improve. Not saying it's perfect, but it's better than instability. Oysters, do you still work in nuclear engineer jobs? Yes, I am a nuclear engineer. That is my day job right now. I am looking at moving this year, and we'll see if it happens, but hey, Dad, let's play football. Oh, Dad and I used to throw the football a lot. God, what I would give to just go and have a game of catch with him again. That's right at the heart. How do we know he just doesn't occasionally eat Big Macs and not often? Because Trump has said repeatedly what his diet consistently is. It's fast food. That's what Trump himself is saying, that's what he eats. Look, it's just, he's right. He's 77 years old. And yes, any president is going to have access to the best healthcare money can buy. But if you have a diet like that and you're in your 70s, your odds of dying are just higher. I'm sorry, that's just statistically provable. You want to really be eating clean. Not to mention, presidency is the highest stress job in the world. You're going to feel better if you put good stuff into your body. And if you're eating nothing but crap all day long, you're going to feel like crap. Why on earth would you do that? Presidents should be able to balance patriotism with globalism, do more for your people, and you do more for the world if you do it right. I would agree with that. I think that's overall true. Oh, no, conservative, don't worry about that. I don't often talk about my family on the streams, but I can talk about that if y'all are curious. I will say my dad definitely taught me a lot about lifting. And the more I've grown, the more I've learned how much he was right on a lot of stuff. He had a lot of wisdom, and he was very successful, and he served this country for 29 years. So, there's a lot to be said for that. I really don't think Donald Trump eats the kind of foods he says he eats every day or every other day. I think he talks about that to trigger the left. Why would the left be triggered by that, though? I don't think that's true. I mean, you can look at him. The dude is fat. He says he's 215 pounds. Okay, I'm calling bullshit on that. When I was 215 pounds, I was fucking diced. I'm 6'3". Trump is also 6'3". He's not 215 pounds. That's a lie. What do you think my goal is to have a Justin Bieber physique? Is that soft, acceptable, or weak? Dude, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. If you're happy with the way you look, more power to you. I personally prefer having lots of muscles because strength is fun, and it makes me feel good about myself. And also, all this heavy lifting is therapeutic for me. It gives me a space to vent my emotions, my struggles, my frustrations, any anger, any sadness, and it helps. So, that's really up to you. I mean, he'd be dead by now. Well, again, I think he would have died in 2020 from COVID. Remember, he got really sick for a few months there. But the only reason Trump, I think, survived is because he had access to world-class healthcare. Frankly, I think COVID almost took Trump out in 2020. He was real touch and go there for a while. 218 plus 518, and I'm in even better shape than Trump. Heaviest I lift is 50-pound dumbbells. Higher than that makes me feel sick. That may mean you're not putting enough nutrients into your body when you work out. When you say sick, are you saying like lightheaded? Now, if you're looking to, stay very, kind of a more lithe, um, almost, when you say Justin Bieber, what you really mean is feminine. I hate to, I'm not saying you're a femboy, but like, you're saying a skinnier, still, not, you're not fat, right? But it's a smaller, more lithe, more skinny physique. In that case, what you're gonna wanna do is a lot of cardio. Things like cycling, running, soccer, all sorts of sports like that, swimming. The ventilators were completely the main reason for his quick recovery. Right. Lean build, call it lean. That's probably, yeah, fair. A lean build, yeah. That's a good way of putting it. Thank you, Winter Raven. Let's see what the stock market's doing today. So now I thought it was going to be a hugely green day because Amazon and Meta absolutely smashed their earnings reports, and we had a good unemployment report. But it's looking a lot more like it's flat. The Dow is up more. The S&P and the Nasdaq are basically flat. I'm really surprised by that. I thought today was going to be massively green across the board, and it is not. The S&P is taking up to 5,000, which makes me happy though. That'd be pretty baller if it hits it. Lean build should be doing strength routines too, to an extent. What will the market look like with all the recent layoffs though? Fine. You got to remember, right? The tech industry expanded unbelievably quickly and hired on shit tons of people, many of which ended up doing less work because there wasn't enough work in terms of consumer demand to fit the amount of employees the tech industry had, and so they laid people off. A lot of this was also the DEI acceptance and then backlash, right? A lot of these tech companies built up a huge numbers of DEI employees, which, you can argue about the benefits and drawbacks of a DEI program. I'm not going to touch that one with a 10-foot pole, but, those people are not essential to actually running the business. You can find good positive aspects about diversity, but at the same time, right, they're not the manufacturer. They're not the engineer. They're not the designer. They're not, they're not running the accounts. They're none of those people. So they're not core necessary employees. So what they may have found is they hired too many. They said, okay, well, you got to lay some off. Ragales7 says, hello, in my country, Sugipula means hi as well. What country is that? I've never heard of that before. Howdy, welcome. Glad to have you. Thanks for the first time chat. Welcome on in. Goals to have the least body fat I can to display my lean muscles. Gus, I would say cardio. I would recommend a lot of cardio. If you really want to go for a lean build, you're going to want cardio, and you're going to want to make sure you're having enough protein to sustain your muscles, but not too many more calories than that. So that way you run in a calorie deficit and keep the fat off your body. Farah just meant they would boost the company up then. I mean, obviously, right, if you slash labor costs, your expenses for operating go down, which means your margins can go up if you can continue to sell the same amount of goods for the same amount of profit. Yeah, swimming or running, definitely the way to go there. So I got an email today it was from Vanguard, and I'm really interested in this. This is a new bond ETF that I might look at investing into. It's called Enjoy Today's High Yields Without the IRS Taking a Bite. Vanguard has expanded its tax-exempt bond ETF lineup. We're excited to introduce our new municipal bond ETF. It's called Vanguard Intermediate Term Exempt Bond ETF, or VTEI. While municipal bonds may offer lower yields than other options, they feature a significant advantage. You won't pay federal taxes on the income they earn. The immediate term tax-exempt bond ETF's expense ratio is significantly lower, 78% less, than competitor options in this category. I love Vanguard. With these key benefits, you keep more of your returns. Expense ratio is 0.08%. That's pretty good. Versus 0.37% for competitors' products. If you want to capitalize on today's high yields and mitigate investment risk if interest rates fall, consider this new bond ETF if this new bond ETF is right for you. So that's going to be VTEI. I'm actually going to write that down. VTEI. Explore. Because that looks like something I might want to invest in. Actually, dancing's fantastic for you too. If you're lifting every day, I would say you might burn yourself out a bit. Maybe dial it back to 5 or 6 times a week. Even I only lift. Right now I'm doing powerlifting stuff, so that's 4 times a week. On cut cycles, I tend to go 5 if I'm feeling up to it, and then a boxing day on Sundays. But yeah, I'm going to use the bathroom one more time. So go ahead and ask any other questions you want. And then if we don't have anything, probably look to raid because it's about noon. I've been live for 3 hours now. Excuse me. All right. Go ahead. Put my socks back on. So tomorrow we have press, by the way. So we're gonna do. See what we're gonna do tomorrow. We've got overhead press. We're gonna be doing threes just like we were doing today. That's gonna be tough. Push press and then standing pin press. That should be pretty good as well. So that should be pretty good. We're also gonna do upright rows, floor presses. Might do jam presses, not sure, and then French presses. So that should be pretty good. Go ahead and put my shoes back on. Ooh, one of the little metal thingamajiggers came out of the slot. Put that back in there. And these are knockoff $12 chucks anyway. Got them from Walmart. They get the job done. They're not good. Press me. I mean, what weight are you? I probably could. If you're below 200 pounds, I probably could press you. That's kind of a baller thing to be able to say. I hate being squeezed. Oh, well then you wouldn't like that. Looks like we don't have any other people or any other questions, so I'm gonna look to raid someone. So let's see who we've got on the raid map today. King Nick is live. He came in. We may raid him. We'll see who else is live. Limitless is live. Ooh, she doing glutes, and we did glutes today, so I might raid her because she's pretty awesome. Yeah, I like Limitless a lot. We're gonna raid Limitless. Raid. Yeah, we're gonna raid Limitless Fitness. She's really great, y'all. She has lots and lots of really good lifting advice. I would say definitely give her a follow when we go. Raid message is gonna be Bull Rush, okay? If you want more, come check out the Discord. And in the meantime, y'all, make good decisions. As good decisions form your actions. As actions form your habits. As habits form your values. As values form Anitas. It can be the guide star through the rough waters of life. Much love, y'all. Come in for the hug. Big hug. And raid ski. All right. YouTube, it's been fun. I am really tired. Those 385 sets were not easy. See how that goes for 2s and 1s. Peace.